Onto one of our other headline stories now. A new witness is set to testify before the Madlanga Commission in Pretoria this morning. Yesterday, Hawks member, Warrant Officer Paul Radebe, said that a person known as Malcolm X was outside the home of businessman Katiso Molefe on the day of his arrest. Canny Maphanga is our senior reporter watching these developments. She joins us now live from the Bridget Mabandla Justice College. And Canny, there were also questions that have now emerged about the instruction that was given to verify this quote-unquote bogus operation that was said to be taking place at Molefe's home, with, I imagine, Godfrey Radebe having to answer some questions.
Indeed. Good morning to you, Ayanda, and to the viewers once again. Well, the common theme that emerges from the evidence that saw the Hawks brought back into the spotlight before the Madlanga Commission is that this alleged instruction to head down to the Sandhurst residence for the purposes of verification came from the top. You're seeing various unit commanders coming to the Commission to explain themselves against this allegation that they had descended on the property for the purposes of alleged interference. And we're hearing different units within the Hawks, because remember they came in their numbers, coming before the Commission to state that rather it was a verification purpose and that it came from the top, and they had no reason to question an instruction that came from the very top commander. So the only difference that we're seeing now is that the only evidence that is left out, because of the fact that we haven't seen it scheduled yet in phase 2, is that of the retired General Godfrey Radebe, that is the head of the Hawks at the time of this particular 6th of December 2024 operation. A lot of the questions now lean towards General Godfrey Radebe to find out who exactly had called him about this claim that there were these alleged impersonators of the Hawks at the residence of the Sandhurst residence, rather, of Katiso Molefe. There's also questions surrounding why, as the Hawks general, he didn't call his other generals within the South African Police Services to seek clarity on this issue, and why he pulled out significant units, including the TOMS officials who were heading to the northwest in order to verify something so simple. There's also questions as to why all of those different units in their large numbers, all belonging to the Hawks, stayed at that residence for up to 50 minutes, close to an hour, and had learned in the first 5 minutes that this was a legitimate operation and didn't pull out their police officers from that particular residence. There's also questions surrounding why they wanted particular details, finer details, regarding the J50 warrants and the purpose of that particular operation, and who these officers were working with, where did they come from, and why they were arresting Katiso Molefe. All those questions still hang in the balance, but we did see the provincial head, that is Major General Kadwa. He was the last witness yesterday to testify, and he did state to the Commission, or rather concede, that there were simmering tensions between the Hawks and the South African Police Services. Perhaps that could be the roots of the confusion of that particular day that could have led to a shootout between those different units that were stationed at that home, because we're hearing about how tense that environment is. Or it could legitimately have been a means for that particular unit and all their numbers to allegedly interfere with that particular arrest of Katiso Molefe. And we're hearing from intelligence that that was the alleged intention, but of course all those officers on the ground, that is the Hawks officials, are coming to defend themselves, stating that they were sent there for a mere verification request. Now that leaves the retired General Godfrey Radebe to answer to those specific questions that I've highlighted earlier that emerge yet again from this testimony, as the Commission circles back to the evidence of the Hawks in relation to the 6th of December 2024 takedown of Katiso Molefe that garnered quite a lot of attention and quite hostile interactions at the residence. Now we expect that new witnesses will be taking the stand at 9:30 a.m. this morning. Of course, we have no knowledge as to who those witnesses will be and under what circumstances will they be testifying, as well as whether it is phase 1 that we're still in and phase 2, or rather phase 2, as we are now mixing with both of these phases as the Commission heads towards the festive season. There's also a small possibility that Brigadier Lesiba Mokoena, who is known as Clenky, that is the Hawks official that previously appeared, could be called back again today to clarify some of the flaws in his testimony, specifically with the WhatsApp WhatsApp exchanges which show that he directly participated in the operation takedown of Katiso Molefe, but he vehemently denies ever participating in that WhatsApp group. So it remains to be seen how the Commission will take it forward at 9:30 a.m. this morning, but of course we'll be giving you that live visual and hearings when it begins. Over to you in studio.
Yep, it'll all be crystal clear in 10 minutes or so. For now, Canny Maphanga, live to us there from the Bridget Mabandla Justice College. Thanks very much indeed.